In the previous episode, we talked about beavers building dams and rivers to create ponds. In this episode, let's find out how these dams help other animals. This creates all sorts of changes in the river's ecosystem, including places for other animals to live and new food sources. Beavers don't only build dams, they also fell trees. This helps create a mosaic landscape that provides a variety of habitats that lots of different species need to survive. This little bird needs dense, tall grasses and sedges growing in shallow water, where it can hide from predators while it nests. Salmon need fast-flowing water to help them get upstream. But beaver dams can slow the water down and even block their path. In Yellowstone National Park, beavers were reintroduced to help save the endangered fish called the Yellowstone cutthroat trout. Their reintroduction was part of an effort to restore the river's ecosystem. Beavers were chosen because they were considered a keystone species. This means that when you add or remove a keystone species from an ecosystem, it has a ripple effect on everything else in that system. By adding beavers to the ecosystem, it was hoped that they would create ponds that would provide cold water refuge for the trout. Their dams would also slow the water and create deep pools, which would help the trout breed. That's why in some areas, fish like salmon and steelhead have been disappearing. It's a bustling ecosystem full of all sorts of wildlife. From the tiniest insects to the largest mammals, beavers provide a multitude of benefits to the ecosystems in which they live. Thanks for watching. But when beavers build dams in areas where there are already ponds created by the Cordellis Canada frog, the result is a win-win for both the beavers and the frogs. Beavers and frogs both need ponds to survive. The frogs need them to breed, and the beavers need them to build their houses. So when beavers move into an area inhabited by bullfrogs, the abundance of ponds benefits both species. Building dams to create ponds is not only good for the beavers, but also for the spotted sedge wrens. When the ponds dry up in the winter, the beavers build houses in the banks of the ponds. These houses provide great nesting habitat for the wrens. Because beavers build their houses in the fall, before the wrens arrive from their long journey from South America, the timing couldn't be better. The ponds created by beaver dams are especially beneficial to amphibians like frogs and toads. They provide the perfect environment for breeding and for baby frogs and toads to live in until they re-old enough to survive on land. Ponds also provide a home for a variety of insects, fish, and even reptiles like turtles. When beavers build dams, they change the way water flows in a river. By slowing down or stopping the flow of water with their dams, beavers create deeper pools that are great for all sorts of aquatic life. When beavers fell trees, they open up the canopy and allow more sunlight to reach the forest floor. This creates ideal conditions for plants like trilliums and toothworts, which are the favorite foods of deer and other mammals. And when these plants grow, they provide food and cover for all sorts of wildlife. One of the biggest impacts that beavers have on the ecosystem is how they change the way water moves through it. This creates excellent habitat for dragonflies and other insects, as well as birds that feed on them, like the belted kingfisher. Some of the ponds can become so overgrown that they eventually disappear completely. But the good news is that as they revert back to forests, they provide new homes for small mammals like flying squirrels and chipmunks. So even though beavers aren't around anymore, their dams and ponds continue to benefit wildlife for years to come. As ponds age, the water becomes shallower and the vegetation grows thicker. In the northern part of their range, beavers play an important role in creating wetland habitat for a threatened species of bird called the spotted sedge wren. Sometimes beavers inadvertently create homes for endangered species. In the Pacific Northwest, beavers often build dams on streams that salmon need to migrate up to lay their eggs. In some cases, beavers can actually help save endangered species. So the next time you see a beaver pond, remember that it's not just a pond.